Everyone says, fake it till you make it. But what if that is what is keeping you stuck? What if the truth, the real shift comes not from pretending to be someone you're not, but remembering the soul truth of who you already are? That is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome, welcome, beautiful souls, to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, multi-dimensional mindset mentor, intuitive guide, and soul-led success coach. And here we do not just talk about mindset. We talk about frequency. We talk about identity. We talk about shifting. We talk about aligning. We talk about the truth beneath all the personal development tactics happening in 4D, and get right to the heart of the superconscious and the soul aligned truth of who you are at 5D, and how you can really manifest in a very beautiful, amazing, powerful way in your life, and definitely in your business. Before I get into it, I would love for you to hit subscribe, hit like, definitely comment. I read the comments. I will respond back to you. And if you want to get more videos from me, hit that notification button and you will be reminded of when I release a new video every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. For sure, my spiritual, soulful Sundays are a really cool, different kind of vibe in that video. So let's get into it. Hit subscribe and I will see you on the inside. So I want to get into this whole fake it until you make it thing. It's a very real thing. It has been around for a very long time. And I think that there are nuances about it that I want to break down. So just for a minute, I want to get really real with the whole idea of fake it until you make it. It definitely works to a point. Yes, the repetition of faking it until you are making it can rewire your neural pathways in your subconscious mind, in your brain. Yes, affirmations and being super positive can influence your subconscious for sure. You're rewriting that. It's a part of your identity. You're doing it all the time. But here is the deeper truth. If you're faking confidence, if you're faking success, if you're faking worthiness while still identifying with fear, scarcity, lack, unworthiness at the soul level, you are definitely building your fake it until you make it on sand. It's effort layered on top of misalignment. I'm going to say that again. Your efforting is layered on top of really truly being misaligned with the essence of who you are at the soul level, your eternal, beautiful, perfect you that is always connected. Remember that your subconscious does not hear words. It feels the frequency. It is tuned into who you are at the identity level. So I just talked about this in my video on my Soulful Sunday on July 13th, just a couple of days ago. And really, when you think about soul and eternal truth and the essence of who you are at that level, remember that that is definitely energy. That is definitely a frequency. And so basically what you're doing is you're really bringing that frequency from 5D down into your 4D conscious, subconscious awareness. I'll say it that way. So you can build your identity from that true frequency. And I mean true with a capital T. So, like I said, your subconscious does not hear words. It feels frequency. You're building your identity from that. And so if your energy asks this, if your energy says, if your feeling, your intuition says, I don't really believe this. I don't really believe you're faking this identity, then that becomes the vibration you are actually manifesting from. So if you're stuck, if you're not seeing the results you want, likely that is what's happening. It's that connection between 5D and 4D and frequency and identity. And so this is why so many creators and spiritual entrepreneurs and purpose-driven seekers can spin their wheels. They're definitely most of the time being intentional about connecting. They're doing everything right on paper. You are saying the affirmations, you're doing the journaling, you're taking the courses, but underneath, you are still operating from a subconscious identity that says, I'm not ready. I'm not enough. I'm not safe to be seen. I'm not powerful. I'm really not confident. Whatever your monkey mind is doing for you, whatever those stories and paradigms you are pulling up. And until that identity, your identity really truly shifts by rewiring neural pathways, tuning into soul, getting down to the truth of who you are, and shaping your identity from that space. You don't need permission. You get to decide. You are a sovereign soul. That is exactly how it works. So you don't need to ask anyone's opinion about what the heck it is you are doing. Tune into your soul. Tune into that frequency, the truth of who you are, and create your identity from that place. You are never going to make everyone happy, guaranteed. I've been there. I tried to do that. It does not work. And so why the heck am I talking about this? Like, what's my angle? What is my expertise? What is my level of knowingness? I think I have two things to say about this, and I'll make it very, very brief. Outside of like studying metaphysics and spiritual psychology and manifestation for, 30 plus years of my life. Outside of that, I had, my childhood was definitely riddled with messages from the other side where I felt tuned in, even when things were crappy. So I had an intuitive sense of a bigger picture of my connection to all that is. And even though I could completely make bad choices and be a hot mess from time to time, I definitely, how could I say this? I definitely knew on some level that I was connected. Additionally, many, many years ago, I had a near-death experience that changed everything. And it was in that moment where I felt suspended outside of time. I saw time as the concentric nature that it is. It's only linear here, like in 3D. It is a construct that we humans have defined as being linear, and that's really not how it works, for sure, with manifestation. That's definitely another video about collapsing time, and I'm sure I have made one of those. But in this near-death experience, I actually left my body and saw my soul and myself through different timelines, whatever you want to call it, past lives, right? I could see the essence of who I was through time. My soul, my eternal soul, having experiences in different bodies, in different settings, in different places, different timelines, the whole bit. And it made it very clear to me who I was at the soul level. We are all infinite consciousness. We are all part of God's mind. We are energy. We are frequency first. We are eternal sovereign beings. And in this physical life, we get to experience the playground on this beautiful planet Earth where our soul comes to remember and create. I didn't learn that truth. I became it, and I came back into knowing. You don't need to fake anything. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to ask permission for who you know at the soul level, in the deepest part of who you are in your heart. You need to align with who you already are and live from that. Because when you align with your soul's truth, before the goal, before the money, before all of your desires and dreams, the visibility, the outcome, when you align with your soul's truth, something really powerful happens. Your frequency recalibrates to the God frequency that is you. Your energy field becomes magnetic. Your actions become aligned instead of forced. You are no longer in that mode of pushing yourself to get there, right? In that linear falsehood of linear time of a future, getting there at a future date. It is about being in the now. It is about being the version of you who already exists in the quantum field. I talk about this actually in my membership, right? My Soul-Led Success Studio, and I'll put a link in the description box below for that. I talk about this. What is your quantum self? What is he or she doing? And let that version of you call what is meant in for you. I should say that a different way. Let your quantum self, let your soul tell you what you really want to call in, who you really are, because that frequency will drop down into your 4D subconscious mind, and you will begin to get very clear on your identity, what you value, who you are, what you want to be this time around. I say this in many, many videos. I'll say it again right here. Every morning when you wake up, ask yourself, who do I want to be today? How do I want to feel today? What do I want to do today? And that is what I teach inside my work and in my studio. And if you connect with me for a one-on-one quantum clarity activation, it can be a one-off. You can work with me, over a duration of time, right? And really, honestly, Infinite You and my soul's purpose and my soul's passion is to be here to remind you that you get to decide who you are. You get to decide what frequency feels really good, your identity, and then get into that conscious mind of yours, bring it down from 5D, 4D into 3D, and begin manifesting like the powerful co-creator you are. And remember, you do not manifest from pretending. You manifest. You can. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't last. It's not sustainable. It is not fulfilling. There's no meaning in it, right? We are here. We are purpose driven. Our souls are here for a reason. So you don't manifest from pretending. You manifest from frequency, from identity, from your truth. And then you bring it into the conscious mind and you talk about whatever it is you want to see manifest. So if you have tried faking it and it has not worked, maybe that is your sign. Your soul is ready for something deeper, something bigger. Your soul is ready to align. Your soul is ready to embody. Your soul is ready to lead from essence, not effort. And I just want you to remember who you are at that beautiful, expansive soul level. You came here for a reason, and we are living in wild, amazing, high energy times. The vibration is shifting. Now is the time to be yourself, be authentic, say who you are. Uranus is in Gemini. It is all about that. You can really get very clear on frequency, identity, and putting your standing orders into the universe. The time is right. So subscribe for more multidimensional mindset, manifestation, and soul-led success. And let me know in the comments, what truth are you ready to stop faking and finally embody? And I will put links in the description box below for my Mindset to Manifest bundle. As I mentioned, the Soul-Led Success Studio link, Quantum Clarity Activation call with me. You can click and go right through to my calendar. And of course, my free newsletter. So I will see you all next time. I'm sending so much love, expansion, and beautiful, amazing self-awareness energy and alignment energy your way. I will see you all next time. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, evening, night, afternoon, wherever you are in the world.